the instructor Joy. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. Thank you for all your subscriptions. I encourage you to send me your questions because it's important for me to know that I am being a real help to you. So, a subscriber asked, how does one know when one looks at the sheet music, how do I know which one is a main note and which are secondary? We talked about this in different videos. Among the many notes, we have to find out what is important notes. Often has to do being a melody, and then the other ones are not as important or secondary. Therefore, the secondary gets played a bit softer. The important notes, often the melody, gets played a bit louder so that the audience understand what you're playing. So I will play a little piece this violinist asked. But in general, just simply looking at the sheet music, you can already find a lot of general information regarding to find out which one is important note. Let's say time signature. Time signature is the one, the very beginning of the music. It says number, sometimes 3, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, those numbers. And from second line onwards, they don't repeat that again unless the time signature changes. So when you see time signature 3, 4 means in one measure you have 3 times of quarter notes, which means you have 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, like that in one measure. If it's 3, 4, often the first one is strong, second and third are weak, which means 1, 2, 3. So there we get an idea which one should be more emphasized. Of course there are exceptions, but I'm talking about general rules. When it's 4, 4, which means you have 4 beats in one measure, first one is strongest, and then second one weak. Third one, medium strong, which means it's still stronger than the weak beats, but not as strong as the first one. And the fourth one being weak, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you see which note should be more emphasized. If the time signature says 2, 4, means the first bit strong, second bit weak. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Simply looking at the time signature, you can tell which note should be emphasized. So notice here, every first beat of whatever time signature you have are often the strongest. There are exceptions when you play jazz piece, because jazz are sometimes the opposite when it comes to emphasizing the beat, where other types of music is often 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning strong, weak, medium strong, weak. Jazz are, in jazz style, use the opposite, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, which means second and fourth beat gets more emphasis. But I'll get to that a bit later. So for now, going back to in very general form, knowing which beat is strong beat. That way you can figure out in your sheet music which notes are supposed to be more emphasized. And also, when you look at the key signatures are one that after clef, whether it's a treble clef, this little scroll, or viola clef or bass clef. Right after that, sometimes there's nothing, sometimes there are a bunch of sharps, bunch of flats. Depending on that, we can tell what kind of key it is. So let's say it's key of A minor, which has nothing, no sharps, but it could be C major or A minor. I'll get to them a bit later, but let's say it's A minor, which means that A minor is the most important note. So whenever you play the name of the key within that piece, that should be emphasized. So that's a general rule. Now, this violinist asked me a specific piece, a tango piece called Chiquitilin de Bachin by Piazzola. So I'll play a little so you see which piece it is. quite emotional tango piece. It's a beautiful piece. Now here, there are a lot of notes. And side of the first beat of measure is important, that we already talked about. And then we also know when it plays as a melody that goes along with the main key, in this case it's A minor, that one has to emphasize. But also one can look into elements of the music. Here, there's two kind of themes going on. This is da-da-dum, bum, da-dee-dum, goes that one, like this. And it repeats over and over, which I find is first theme. It's a different one, but same rhythm. Ta-ta-tum, bum, ta-ta-tum. Again, ta-ta-tum, pum, ta-ta-tum. So those are first theme over bar, eight bars. And the second theme goes different one. Ta-ti-ta-ta-tum, pum. Sounds like this. It repeats in different way, but always same rhythm. So, and then he plays again back to the first theme. Like that. And then you can find out, so there are two different kind of theme going on. Which one am I gonna play more interesting? First or second one? It's up to you, it's up to the violinist. What a lot of violinists do is often they play a little more emphasized in the first theme. You don't have to, you can do it differently. And then near the end, there's just a bunch of quarter notes, just straight notes, nothing happening. Which this one doesn't belong anywhere. It's not the first theme, not the second theme, because these are just bridging chords, meaning just between, before they go back to the first theme, they're playing a little in between chords. So, which means for us, play this part a little softer, not as important. Play beautifully, but softly. And then when it goes back to first theme, and then you can play a little more. Also, as you can see, there are sometimes repeating notes, like this. And it repeats again. And then again. Whether you're playing this piece or anything, often when same notes repeats one after the other, it's not a good idea to play in an equal strength, equal emphasis. Not only it's uninteresting, but it's a little tiresome to the ears. I'm gonna try to play same length, same strength, and see how you find it. Yeah, sounds like a little etude. So often when same notes are repeated, generally speaking, the first time can be strongest, and then make the second one as though it's echo a bit. So softer, more, less, more. Which doesn't belong to key signature. So when you see something like that, all of a sudden accidental, sudden sharp, sudden flat, sudden natural, that you want to bring it out. Regardlessly that's a strong beat or whether that goes with a key signature, because that's a special taste, special spice. So by playing a little more, this one, and people are thinking, what's that? Then you get the attention. And often it gets resolved, meaning it goes back to the key signature. But whenever you see a special sharp, which we call it accidentals, middle of the piece, natural flats, bring it a little more out by playing it louder. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your questions are. Please give me a thumbs up below and subscribe.